Apparently, he was also really possessive and had a really weird relationship with his niece, who was 19 years younger than him. So he low-key might have been a fucking freak too. So yeah, Hitler's just checking off all the boxes right now.
We got a fire video. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be Chad, and we're reacting to a video from the one, the only, the homie Sadagascar. Top 10 worst humans of all time. Let's get into it. No cap.
Alright, what's up guys? Today we got a pretty bad video, and not because of the actual video itself, like this video is gonna be a banger, but because we are quite literally ranking the top 10 worst humans of all time. Now when it comes to how I'm ranking each of these individuals...
this video is already not gonna get monetized, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go Mustache Man. Probably one of the presidents. Let's just throw Washington in there. Let's just do Washington. Or maybe Abe. Let's throw Abe in there. Give me who's that one dude? Genghis Khan. Give me Genghis Khan. Get him in there. Who else? Okay, let's do something different. Let's pick a billionaire. Let's throw Jeff Bezos in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's just throw Jeff Bezos in there. Not that I know much about Jeff Bezos, but I heard billionaires are supposed to be bad people, so let's just throw Jeff in there. Let's do who else should we do? Let me get who's that person? Zodiac Killer. Let's throw Zodiac Killer in there. Diddy. Let's throw Diddy in there. That's a good one. That's all I got. That's all I got off the top of my dome. R. Kelly. R. Kelly's a good one. Let's throw Kelly in there. That's a good one.
I'm gonna try and make it as objective as possible, but remember, this is my top 10 list.
Stalin's so a great one
to me. If for some reason you are a fan or a supporter of someone I mentioned on this list, that is totally fine. You know what? I take that back. The list I have set up on my phone right now, dude, if you're a fan of any of these people, you're just weird. Like, what are you doing?
Agreed.
So, yeah, with that being said, list we're starting, don't know who this is, basically, according to the Bible. Now, alright, so first up on the list, we're starting off pretty basic, Eve from the Bible. Now, in case any of you watching this...
Eve did mess it up. You know what I'm saying? Eve did mess it up, but... it's like, you know, all things happen for a reason.
Aren't Catholic or you just don't know who this is. Basically, according to the Bible, Eve was the first woman ever created. Her and Adam were the first two people to ever be put on the planet, and their sole purpose was, well, to fuck, okay? They were the first ever humans and had to populate the earth. So now you're probably wondering, why is Eve from the Bible on a top 10 worst humans of all time list? Well, that is because she is quite literally responsible for everything bad to ever happen. And that is not an exaggeration either. You heard that 100% correctly.
This is a good first pull. I see the logic, I see the theory. This is a good first pull. He was thinking larger than me. I'm not gonna lie.
Either. You heard that 100% correctly. Everything bad to ever have happened ever is a
he said straight to the point, no cap.
Her. Basically, when God created Adam and Eve, everything was great. Everything was sunshine and rainbows. Like they literally lived in the Garden of Eden.
That is how it was explained. I don't know what
that looks like, but I can only assume it's probably just sunshine and rainbows. But either way, you know, God had them living in this paradise, okay, completely stress-free, danger-free, worry-free, and he was basically
and naked.
Like, yo, you can live here and be in harmony with me and I'll love you and shit, but just there's one rule, okay? You can't eat from this fucking tree. And this tree was called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And like I said before, God was like, yo, you can live in this amazing paradise as long as you don't eat from this tree. And guess what the fuck Eve did? Basically, she ate the apple, convinced Adam to eat the apple. They had like a spiritual awakening where they felt shame and guilt and all the bad emotions in the world. And basically, because of her, we just suffer.
And wear clothes because of her. No cap.
Every single fucking day. Now, there is a lot more context to the story, but it's still just like, no, dude, I wouldn't have folded. I would have done better. Like, for example, apparently she was convinced to eat the apple by a snake who was really like Satan in disguise. But first of all, what the fuck is Satan doing in the Garden of Eden? Wouldn't he like disintegrate? And second of all, how the fuck does a snake convince you to do anything, let alone eat a goddamn apple? Like, I'd understand if it was
Stanley,
a bunny or a kitten, but like a snake?
Stanley on some freaky stuff.
Terrifying.
Dang, that's just the facts, nigga. Before we were naked, afterwards we had to put leaves on our body because we felt shame. That's facts.
Like, how intelligent was Adam and Eve, you know? Did they have a frontal lobe?
You think I'm freaked out over Eve right now?
I feel like with everything he was offering, God made it abundantly clear to not eat from that fucking tree. As a matter of fact, he literally said, if you eat from this tree, you will certainly die. So it's like, dude,
that's insane.
What are you doing,
Imagine
Eve?
having a kid and you literally look him in the face and you're like, bro, if you eat this, you're gonna die. And they're like, hey, I'm gonna eat it when you turn around. That is so insane. That's such a bag sell, bro.
Fucked over all of humanity forever. Now, the reason that Eve is not higher up on this list is mainly because there's a good chance it's all fictional. I mean, we're talking about the Bible here. And before any of you guys rip on me for saying that, first of all, I went to a Catholic high school. I took theology. There's a reason I know so much about the Bible. But when it comes to my religious beliefs, I am very agnostic, okay? I do believe in a higher power, but I don't think religion is a thing, you know? We can't all be right. There's a million different religions with a million different explanations and gods, and they all claim that they're the only one that's right, and it's like, no, someone has to be wrong, and I don't think any of them are right. I think that there's an almighty power up there, and religion is just the human population's way of acknowledging and worshiping God. And, you know, the almighty power, he doesn't care how he's portrayed as long as people are respecting him and you know, just like being, I don't know, living in his fucking image. I don't know.
Shout out, bro. Right? Great.
I keep using.
Hold
That's
on.
another thing.
I want to get to this part.
A lot of people say it's bad to curse or say God's name in vain.
Shout out, bro. We are 4 minutes into a top 10 worst humans of all time video, and we've talked about one person. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to skip because it's gonna look like I'm trying to skip through this part, but I actually want to know who the other top 10 other worst people are. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
A curse. Just like how he understands any. So he knows. Is that I'm not like atheist. Don't one on the list. E from this one's pretty.
Okay, sorry. I was like, we have to get to 2, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. So next up on the list, we got Hitler. This one's pretty self-explanatory.
This had to be on the list. I'm not gonna lie. In any top 10 list that you're talking about, if he's not on the list, you have to redo your whole list, or better yet, stop making lists. I'm not gonna lie.
Hated Jewish people, killed a bunch of Jewish people. Pretty sure he was like the CEO of the fucking Holocaust. He was a pretty bad individual. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering as to why the Nazis hated Jewish people so much. And I did some research, and it turns out it's just based off of vibes. Basically, the Germans lost World War I, and Hitler was like really fucking salty. So him and a bunch of other German soldiers spread this fake rumor that a bunch of Jewish people betrayed them, and that's why they lost the fight. So pretty much they just
Do you know how crazy it is to have to get dropped off of rumors? I feel like that's how most mass disliking of groups are created, is by the start of rumors without confirmation, but like confirmation biases. If I'm using the word confirmation bias right, it's like when you only look to find the bad thing and not look to disprove yourself in the thing. You get what I'm saying? If that's what, in my mind, that's what I'm understanding confirmation bias to be. But I feel like that ends up being what happens with a lot of groups of people that face like these types of harshness of rumors. I feel like that's how it ends up happening, no?
About them, and because of that, the fucking Holocaust started, and a bunch of Jewish people got gassed and killed. So yeah, pretty fucking bad person, you know, just off a straight lie. Like, you would think that Jewish people actually did something, you know, they actually did something to piss off. No, just vibes, straight up vibes. I also find it funny how he's vegetarian, you know.
Wow, that's
like,
actually
this guy
insane.
can't eat animals, but he has no problem like gassing a bunch of innocent Jewish people. Like holy shit. Apparently he was also really possessive and had a really weird relationship with his niece, who was 19 years younger than him. So he low-key might have been a fucking freak too. So yeah, Hitler's just checking off all the boxes right now. I also don't know why I'm explaining myself, because you don't need an explanation.
You really
why
don't.
Hitler's a bad person.
You really don't.
So yeah, that's it. Number 2 on the list, fucking Adolf Hitler.
Talk to me.
Alright, so next up on the list, we got Carl Brigham.
I don't know who this is. Okay, fine. I wanted to get to the point of the list where I didn't know somebody. Okay, bet.
The SAT. Now, if you're still in high school or you graduated like after 2023, you probably don't have beef with this guy because you didn't have to take the SAT. Back in 2020 when COVID first happened, a lot of schools ended up going test optional, okay? Fast forward 2 more years, the year that I graduated,
what are we doing?
It's essentially non-existent. Like, having a good SAT score is a lot less significant than it was like 2-3 years ago. And of course, the year that I graduate, 2022, was like the last year where it actually mattered. Okay, after that, you really didn't have to take the SAT. And dude, I kid you not, the SAT had a chokehold on me. Okay, if the SAT was a literal person, I would beat the shit out of them. I would have criminal fucking charges, and it still wouldn't be enough to make up what I had to go through. Like, I kid you not, on the SAT, there was an answer sheet and a test sheet, right? And I kid you not, I would have nightmares about getting the wrong like number for the answer on the answer key, and then finishing the SAT and then realizing last second, like, holy shit, I have to redo all of these answers, and then like
I'm not gonna lie, bro. For me, the method was always for SATs, no matter, and he's 100% right. Whoever made SATs, man, they don't deserve life. I'm not gonna lie. But the person who made Scantrons for me, I'm always like, okay, if I play the numbers, it's a 1 in 4 chance every single time on a guess. If I'm wrong about something, I'm not that wrong. I'm like, it's minimum these 3 or these 2 answers. So everything turns to be a 50-50 or a 33-33-33 split. And off of that, I'm like, okay, the last 2 answers were C. C could not be the 3rd answer, but they're trying to throw me off. So that's why I'm gonna pick C again. You get what I'm saying? I would use like mental gymnastic skills to guess on my Scantrons, and I'm not gonna lie, it went well, bro. I had a 3.8. Yes, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, I graduated with a 3 flat. I'm not gonna lie, but I had a 3.8 for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Until like YouTube was really like, you know what I'm saying, taking over and stuff like that. But hey, man, that's going to be it for this video. I know we didn't get to 10, but it is what it is. Great video from Sadagascar. It's just like the front of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'll catch y'all in the next one. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all watching the video. Make sure to check me and Yo-Yo's collab channel, SXY, but type in Stan X Yo-Yo. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye. Peace.